quick. Name one real-time strategy game that came out this year. Not a city builder, not a turn-based 4X, a proper RTS. Take your time, I'll wait. Struggling? Okay, easier question. Name 5 hero shooters. See how fast that was. 25 years ago, that would have been unthinkable, because 25 years ago, RTS wasn't a genre, it was the genre. StarCraft was a national sport with stadium crowds. Age of Empires was in every computer lab on the planet. Command and Conquer sold 30 million copies. And then, somewhere around 2010, the whole empire just went quiet. So, the obvious answer is yes, and the obvious answer is wrong, but not in the way the comeback crowd thinks either. I spent weeks in the player numbers, and the verdict at the end of this video genuinely surprised me. And that trick question I opened with, hold on to it, because the reason you couldn't answer is the entire answer. First, let's be honest about the body. Something really did die, and we should name it properly. The RTS that ruled the 90s and 2000s was built on a specific promise. One screen, one army, one opponent, and the better multitasker wins. It was beautiful, and it was brutal. 3 things happened almost at once. First, the MOBA. And here's the irony of the century. Dota was born as a Warcraft 3 mod. RTS built the weapon that shot it. A MOBA gives you the teamfight drama of an RTS, while asking you to control one hero instead of 80 units. And for every player who loved macro management, 10 just wanted the fights. Second, esports professionalized around games audiences could actually aspire to play. Watching a StarCraft Pro is watching a piano recital at 400 actions per minute. Thrilling and completely alienating. And third, the console generation simply couldn't run the genre. A mouse genre in a gamepad decade. Publishers read the spreadsheets and quietly stopped greenlighting. By 2015, the genre that built PC gaming was a museum exhibit. So when a team of ex-Blizzard legends announced they were bringing back the golden age, the entire internet held its breath. That story deserves its own chapter, because how it went is the single most important data point in this video. Stormgate was supposed to be the resurrection. Frost, giant. If the genre's audience was really out there waiting, this was the flare gun. It launched into early access in 2024, and today it sits at mixed, 47% positive, with the daily player count smaller than some Discord servers. No scandal, no broken launch, nothing you could point to as bad luck. The game was simply built for an audience that, it turns out, mostly doesn't exist anymore. Here's what everyone took from that. See, RTS is dead. Even the dream team couldn't revive it. And I get it, but hold that conclusion next to this number. The same year, Stormgate was struggling to hold 5,000 players. A 25-year-old game in the same genre was setting its own all-time player records. Not a new game, the same Age of Empires 2 you played in a computer lab in 1999. If the genre is dead, someone forgot to tell the corpse. So what on earth is going on there? That contradiction is where the real answer lives. Age of Empires 2 is 27 years old, and it has never been more alive. The definitive edition sits at 95% positive across nearly 180,000 reviews. Its player counts have grown for 6 straight years, and Microsoft keeps shipping paid expansions for it. In 2026, because they keep selling, Age of Empires 4 holds 86% from 90+ thousand players. Now ask the obvious question. Why does Age thrive while Stormgate starves? Same genre, same decade, same supposed corpse. The answer is in how people actually play it. The overwhelming majority of the modern Age audience isn't on the ranked ladder. They're playing comp stomp skirmishes against the AI with a coffee. They're playing 4-hour campaign missions. They're in casual team games with friends where nobody's counting actions per minute. The competitive scene exists, and it's excellent, but it's the penthouse, not the building. Stormgate built a stadium and wondered where the crowd went. Age built a living room and can't fit everyone in. The audience never hated real-time strategy. They hated being graded on it, And once you see that distinction, you start noticing something much bigger. Strategy players didn't just migrate to comfier corners of the same genre. The genre itself started shifting to meet them. Here's what the obituary writers keep missing. RTS DNA is everywhere right now. It just stopped wearing the uniform. They, our billions, took the base building half of the genre, bolted it to a zombie horde, and sold millions at 85% positive. Manor Lords, a medieval city builder with real-time battles, made largely by one developer, hit 2 million sales in under a month, and sits at 84% from nearly 90,000 reviews. Total War, Warhammer 3, runs grand-scale real-time battles for 140,000 reviewers. And when Tempest Rising showed up in 2025 as an unapologetic love letter to classic Command and Conquer, base building, resource harvesting, cheesy live-action energy, the whole 90s uniform, it launched to 88% positive. A brand new, old-school RTS, successful this decade. What survived, thrived, honestly, is every other piece, the building, the commanding, the God view power fantasy. Developers finally unbundled the genre and let people buy the parts they always actually wanted. It's exactly what happened to arcade fighters, to flight sims, to every genre that once demanded devotion and learned to accept affection instead. So, we've now got every piece we need for a real verdict, including the answer to that trick question from the beginning. Here's my verdict, and both camps will hate half of it. Stormgate was its resurrection attempt, run by the most qualified people alive, and the market gave its answer at 47%. But the genre is having its best decade since the 90s. Age of Empires, at record populations. Tempest Rising, proving even the classic formula works when it aims at players instead of tournaments. Manor Lords, they are billions. Total War, strategy in real time, colonizing every chart on Steam under a dozen different names. Which brings us back to my trick question. The reason you couldn't name an RTS from this year isn't that none shipped. It's that you were scanning for the old uniform. You were looking for StarCraft 3, so you looked straight past Tempest Rising, past Manor Lords, past the Age expansion that outsold half of last year's triple. Wrong question. RTS didn't die or return. It retired from professional sports and moved somewhere comfortable, and it's never been happier. The kingdom is bigger than it ever was. It just stopped needing you to notice. One genre's story, but I think it's gaming story in miniature. The loudest version of a thing isn't the truest one, and genres don't die. So here's my question, and I want honest answers. What's the RTS that defined your childhood? And would you actually truly play ranked 1 versus 1 in it today? Be honest in the comments, because I think that gap between the answers is this entire video in 2 sentences.